What if I told you that the time you think your heart is safest is actually when it's most at risk? Seniors over 60, this shocking truth could change how you protect yourself forever. It might sound surprising, but knowing exactly when your heart is most vulnerable could literally be the difference between life and death. In my previous videos, I've talked a lot about the warning signs of a heart attack, things like chest pain, unusual fatigue, or shortness of breath, and the risky habits that can increase your chances. But today, I want to share something a bit different. Understanding the timing of heart attacks is just as important as recognizing symptoms. According to the American Heart Association, nearly 70% of heart attacks happen during specific windows of the daytimes, when natural spikes in blood pressure and stress hormones put enormous pressure on your heart. For many families, those hours are the heartbreaking moments when a loved one suddenly collapses without warning. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death among older adults, including people just like you and me. But here's the good news. Knowing when heart attacks are most likely to happen gives you real power, the power to recognize danger and take action before it's too late. Too often, seniors dismiss subtle warning signs, telling themselves it's just getting old or normal to feel tired. But those quiet signals, unusual tiredness, mild chest discomfort, or shortness of breath, might actually be your heart calling for help. I've heard from so many viewers who ignored these signs, only to face scary health scares later. Don't let that be you. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 critical times during the day when seniors are at their highest risk for a heart attack, knowing these could save your life. Plus, I'll share simple, practical steps you can start right now to protect your heart and stay safe. If your heart health matters to you, please hit the like button now. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because your heart deserves every chance to keep beating strong for many years ahead. Number 3. 9 p.m. to midnight. The hidden heart trap. Did you know that nearly 30% of sudden cardiac events in seniors occur at night, particularly between 9 p.m. and midnight? While most people expect heart attacks to strike early in the morning, this late evening period is a surprisingly high-risk time for those over 60. It's when our bodies should be calming down, preparing for rest, but paradoxically, the heart faces heightened stress and danger. Why is this late evening window so risky? Many seniors tend to eat their heaviest meal just before bed, which triggers sharp spikes in blood sugar and blood pressure. Clinical studies show that these spikes increase cardiac workload significantly at a time when the heart should be resting. After a large meal, blood is redirected to the digestive system, increasing demand on the heart. In fact, this shift can raise heart rate and blood pressure by up to 20%, adding strain to aging arteries. Lying down immediately after eating makes things worse by provoking acid reflux or GERD conditions affecting nearly 20% of older adults. GERD not only disrupts sleep, but also activates the sympathetic nervous system, causing heart rate and blood pressure to rise further. Research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society confirms that nighttime reflux symptoms are linked to significantly increased cardiovascular risk. Another hidden culprit is blue light exposure from phones, tablets, and TVs before bedtime. This blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone essential for sleep regulation, and elevates cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol increases heart rate and blood vessel constriction, leaving the heart vulnerable to damage during these late hours. Take Mrs. Johnson's story as a stark example. Like many of us, she enjoyed a heavy late dinner and unwound her favorite television shows before bed. One evening, she felt a mild chest discomfort, but dismissed it as indigestion. Hours later, just before midnight, she suffered a heart attack. Doctors later explained that her habits, heavy late meals, lying down too soon, and prolonged screen time created a deadly perfect storm. Her experience is a powerful reminder. When and how we care for our hearts is just as crucial as what we do. So, what practical steps can you take? Harvard Health recommends avoiding heavy meals late at night, choosing lighter dinners earlier in the evening, powering down electronic devices at least an hour before sleep helps lower cortisol and supports melatonin production. Adding relaxation techniques such as slow, diaphragmatic breathing, gentle yoga stretches, or sipping chamomile tea can calm the nervous system and reduce cardiac stress. I'd love to hear from you. What's your typical nighttime routine? Share your habits in the comments so we can learn together how to keep our hearts healthy after dark. Coming up next, I'll reveal the second surprising time your heart faces increased risk, and it might not be when you expect. Stay tuned. Number 2. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. The silent spike window. Most people don't realize this, but nearly 50% of heart attacks in seniors happen between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., a period known to doctors as the silent spike window. While we think of this time as a peaceful, restful moment for the body, it's actually one of the most dangerous. As we sleep, our bodies are preparing to wake up, and this transition triggers a surge in stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones cause blood vessels to constrict and can spike blood pressure by as much as 30%, putting extraordinary strain on the heart. This process isn't just basic biology, it's a critical reality for seniors, particularly those with existing conditions like sleep apnea, hypertension, or diabetes. For individuals with these conditions, the silent spike window magnifies the risks. During sleep, blood becomes thicker due to decreased circulation, and the concentration of clotting factors increases, making the heart's job even harder as oxygen demand surges when we wake up. The American Heart Association highlights that this combination significantly raises the risk of dangerous clots and myocardial infarctions. I remember my neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a lively 74-year-old who never seemed like someone at risk. He brushed it off, thinking it was just part of aging. However, one early morning, the situation worsened, and we found him struggling to breathe and clutching his chest. Mr. Thompson had suffered a silent heart attack during the night, a close call that could easily have been fatal. He'd had a silent heart attack in the middle of the night, one that nearly cost him his life. His doctors explained that untreated sleep apnea and poorly controlled blood pressure had created a deadly pressure cooker for his heart during those early hours. His story is a wake-up call for all of us. Subtle nighttime symptoms are not normal. If you feel winded or tight-chested after waking up, don't ignore it. Every minute counts. So, what can you do to protect your heart during these vulnerable hours? One simple but effective step is to sleep in a slightly elevated position, using pillows or an adjustable bed. This position helps improve blood circulation, reduces pressure on the heart, and eases breathing, especially important for seniors with heart conditions. Another helpful tip is to limit fluids in the evening and avoid late-night salty or heavy meals, which can lead to fluid retention and cause frequent trips to the bathroom. Waking up multiple times at night to urinate disrupts your sleep and puts extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. Keeping your blood pressure stable through medication and a heart-healthy lifestyle remains essential. Have you or someone you know experienced similar symptoms? Share your story below. It could be the lifeline someone else desperately needs. Number 1. The hidden danger after your afternoon nap, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Most people never think about this, but the danger doesn't just hide in the early morning hours. There's a silent killer lurking right after your afternoon nap, between 2 and 4 p.m., that puts seniors over 60 at serious risk of sudden heart attack. Here's the shocking truth backed by science. When you nap, your body enters a state of lowered blood pressure and reduced heart rate, a natural rest phase. But upon waking, your body triggers a rapid surge of stress hormones, adrenaline, and cortisol, which research published in Circulation shows can cause blood vessels to constrict and blood pressure to spike, by up to 20 to 30% within minutes. This sudden cardiovascular shock forces your heart to work harder at a vulnerable time. For seniors with chronic conditions like hypertension, diabetes, or atherosclerosis, this abrupt shift increases the risk of clot formation and myocardial infarction. A 2019 study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that cardiac events linked to sudden, sympathetic nervous system activation often occur during these transitional periods, including post-nap wakefulness. Consider Mr. Lee, a 70-year-old retired teacher who loved his afternoon naps. One day, minutes after waking, he felt dizzy and chest tight but ignored it. Hours later, he suffered a heart attack and was rushed to the hospital. His doctors explained that untreated underlying conditions, combined with the post-nap hormonal surge, had overwhelmed his heart during that critical window. To protect yourself during these risky times, especially after an afternoon nap, experts recommend several key steps. First, avoid jumping out of bed immediately after waking from a nap. Instead, sit up slowly and give your body a few moments to adjust. Sudden movements can cause rapid increases in blood pressure and heart rate, placing stress on your heart. Also, limit the length of your naps to about 20 to 30 minutes. Longer naps can disrupt your sleep cycle and increase cardiovascular stress upon waking. After waking, hydrate with a glass of water to support circulation and avoid caffeine or strenuous activities for at least 30 minutes to allow your cardiovascular system to stabilize. This hidden post-nap danger is real and well documented. Being aware could mean the difference between life and death. Before we wrap up, here's a question for you. Have you ever noticed subtle changes in your body during these high-risk times that others might overlook? Sharing your experiences could make a real difference for someone watching this video. To wrap up, today we've explored the 3 critical times during the day when seniors over 60 face the highest risk of a sudden heart attack: the late evening hours, the silent early morning spike, and the often overlooked post-nap window. We learned how natural changes in blood pressure, hormone surges, and common health conditions like sleep apnea or hypertension dramatically increase the heart's workload during these vulnerable periods. Real-life stories like Mr. Lee's and Mr. Thompson remind us that these risks are very real and can happen to anyone. This makes it absolutely vital to pay close attention to your body's signals and timing. Subtle symptoms such as unusual fatigue, chest tightness, or breathlessness should never be ignored or dismissed as just aging. Monitoring these signs, especially around the high-risk windows we discussed, can be life-saving. To maintain good heart health, establish mindful routines, avoid heavy late meals, reduce screen time before bed, elevate your head while sleeping if you have breathing issues, and ease into activities slowly after waking. Most importantly, keep your blood pressure and other chronic conditions well managed with your healthcare provider's guidance. If you ever notice troubling symptoms, don't hesitate to consult your doctor immediately. Early detection and intervention are key to preventing severe heart events. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on important health tips designed especially for seniors. Your support motivates us to keep bringing you valuable information to protect your heart and overall well-being. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health and longevity.